Hello guys, my name is Tabitha Bubblets. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about Walt Disney World, backstage and on stage at Magic Kingdom. Alright, I want everyone to teach each other how to let the inner child out. When you go to Magic Kingdom, that's what you do. I want to demonstrate you on how to explore the most magical place on earth. What do you think of when you hear a place that is magical and dreams come true for all ages? It could be music parks, it could be other amusement parks, it could be anything. When I hear that, I think of Magic Kingdom automatically. I basically grew up in that park. Once you enter through those gates, basically all your worries are gone. Not all of them, but pretty much all of them. And for you to be a kid again. Disney has many things, but Walt was the creator of the whole company. He was an inspiration. He was an imaginator. He never gave up on believing in the company. He kept fighting and fighting for this company. Even when he went to war, he lost everything, all of it. He never gave up. And he always had a favorite quote. If you could dream it, you could believe it. You can do it. Don't give up. But he came up with Mickey in 1925 when his original name was Mortimer Mouse, before his wife convinced him to change it to Mickey Mouse. After I conducted my research, I saw that only 80% of guests have been to Walt Disney World and only 20 have not or have considered it, which since I worked there, I can see why you would consider it and not, because it is not cheap to go there, and I can see that. But if you want to be a kid again, I highly recommend the park. It is worth the money. When I was older enough to remember my first trip to Walt Disney World, this past May, I got a certificate for working for the company for a whole year. When you work there, you literally feel like part of the family. You feel welcome. You open arms. For the duration of the next few minutes, I will identify to everyone the difference between on stage and backstage at Disney World and what it means to us cast members, since I'm a former cast member. If everyone will notice on the handout I handed to you guys, the paper I passed out to you guys, that the book review will give you some insight on how it is working for the Walt Disney World Company and how its upsides and downsides are with the company. If you ever want to know about the company, consideration, always come to me. You can always contact me. I am open for any questions. So according to WaltDisneyWorldInformation.com, it explains terrific and hard times for cast members to help better improve the future. So Walt Disney right now is going through a struggle because of the virus. But once they open, they're going to come out stronger. Just think of that. Keep positive. They're going to come out stronger. Some examples could be like Tom Sawyer. He used to work for Walt Disney World. He recently came to the company and around when Walt opened the company. But he retired in 2003. So they created an island of his own to name after him. And he has a little island now of his own. But the other type of reasons to work for the Walt Disney World Company is you can or you will meet celebrities or presidents of the company, which is very true. It's rare though, but you can. A tip before working for the company is to remember guests are your first priority regardless. If you have a temper, try and control it, because you will have some bad days where the guests, they know they're the first priority, but they don't understand a lot you go through. Sometimes. It all depends. Not all of them are always completely understandable, but it's life. But the company does have its downsides. When I worked there, you become one big happy family. I absolutely loved it when I worked there. I was one big happy family. Once I got this name tag, I felt like the greatest girl in the whole world. I just got her dreams come true. I'm sure y'all are wondering when you want to hear more stories about working for the company, more what went on backstage, all this stuff. But now I'm going to tell you guys all what on stage and backstage means to a cast member, a former cast member. First, cast member is an actor who performs to entertain. You are part of the guest experience. You are basically entertaining them. So when you're on stage, you have to be in character 24/7. You're always in character, regardless. No doubt, you're always in character. You always keep them entertained. Nothing. They're the first priority. When you're off stage, which is considered backstage, you have to constantly always wear this backstage. Otherwise, they'll think you're a guest. And you have to go right back on stage. That's number one. Also, when you're backstage, you're at a guest view. So you still have to be respectful, but in reality, you're off work, in other words, too. So, but there is 4 keys you've got to remember with the Walt Disney World Company. There was 4 keys they drilled in our heads. The number 1 is safety. The safety is the number 1 out of the whole park you want to remember. You want to practice safe behaviors in everything you do. You want to take action to always put safety first. You want to speak up to ensure the safety of others. Next one is courtesy. You want to project a positive image and energy. You want to be courteous and respectful to guests of all ages. And you want to go above and beyond to exceed the guest's expectation. Make sure their vacation's going great. Show, you always want to be in character. You always want to stay in character. Honestly, I met a lot of people that had their inner kids come out. So they were always on show. Off work, on. It doesn't matter. But you want to ensure your area is always show ready at all times. Very last is efficiency. You want to perform your role so guests can get the most out of their visits. You want to use your time and resources wisely as well. Very last is, now that we have reviewed and explained the difference between on stage and backstage at Disney for cast members, I hope that 20% of you try and consider visiting Walt Disney World and see what I'm talking about, how it feels to be a kid again. You could just be yourself. No one judges. Thank you.